Hello, this is Dr. Brian Weiss, and I'm continuing this series on questions and answers on the YouTube channel. It's been very popular. It's been quite a while since the last one, and so I'm going to just pick a few and try to answer these. The first is from Carlos, who asks, "Hi, Dr. Weiss. I wish to know if our physical appearance changes through lives." And this is a good question. It comes up, how do you recognize someone from a past life? It touches on this question too. And of course our physical appearance does change because we change race and sex and nationality. So we do look different because we're coming into different genetic lines. To me, there are two lines of evolution. The evolution that we think of in the physical sense, where we come down through ancestors, and the evolution of the soul, where that stays the same. The body, of course, is the physical evolution, so we look different. And we inherit the tendencies of that body. For example, if you are born into a family with diabetes or hypertension, you might inherit those traits as well. But there is some sort of way that people recognize themselves when they're having past life experiences, when they're having regressions. It's sometimes a look in the eyes, sometimes a sense of familiarity, sometimes an energy or a feeling that this person looks familiar to you. So even though we don't look the same physically, there is a way that soulmates can recognize each other even though we're in different bodies. So the answer is both. Physical, not so much, but there's a look in the eyes where the soul connection is made. Another question here comes from 1207 Vini and asks, Dr. Weiss, what's the fundamental difference between the structure which we call the soul consciousness and the personality, which Vini describes as transitory and dependent on organic factors, which I would agree with. And I think that the difference to most people is that the personality is that part of the self, the physical self, the body, the brain, the mind of the temporary incarnation, that when you leave the body, it gradually diminishes and disappears. Whereas the soul or consciousness is that independent, non-changing entity that goes on from life to life, from body to body. And so that's the immortal part of us, the soul, the consciousness, and it's the part that the mystic Teilhard de Chardin talked about when he said that we are spiritual beings having a human experience and not human beings having a spiritual experience. He meant this ongoing, eternal, unchanging soul. The personality is the temporary and changeable part, and that is not our true nature. The last question I'd like to get to is a combination of Vini again and Brushes with Grace. Vini asks, what about illnesses like schizophrenia? Are these karmic adjustments? What's my view on this? And Brushes with Grace talks about autism. Why would an advanced soul ever choose to reincarnate as someone with a significant disability? This is not limited to autism, of course. It can be cerebral palsy or severe physical limitations or illnesses, mental illnesses, as Vini talked about, and many other types of diseases. And I think too many people think of these conditions as karmic or karma or punishments. To me, karma is not punishment. It's just opportunity for learning and for growth. But many souls, especially advanced souls, will choose to incarnate in an impaired state, whether physically or mentally or both, in order to give other souls the opportunity to receive love and to express love. Love has to be balanced. So these types of difficult situations really are chosen, oftentimes, not the result of punishment or karma, but chosen in order to help other souls, other spiritual beings, to progress along their spiritual paths. For example, someone with autism will need to be loved, nurtured, taken care of, and this gives other souls the opportunity to manifest this love. Someone with schizophrenia, severe mental illness, the same thing. Someone with severe cerebral palsy or muscular discoordination or impairment, the same principle. The opportunity to give others a chance to manifest love, caring, charity, and compassion. So it is better to think of these illnesses often as chosen by a highly evolved, you can say advanced soul, in order to help other souls learning their lessons of love and compassion. Well, this finishes the questions for now. I'd like to make an announcement that many of you have asked in Facebook and Twitter. Just check the events page or on my website for where I'm going to be. You'll find all the places. And also my daughter Amy and I have just finished a new book, a major book that's going to be, I think, profoundly important. It really has your stories in it and our comments on your stories, and it should be out sometime in 2012. And we're both looking forward to this very much. And if you keep your eye here on the YouTube channel, or on Twitter or Facebook, or on my website, which is brianweiss.com, you'll be able to find all the details of this book and of upcoming events and any other news. So thank you very much until the next time.